Happy 4th of July. If you're getting this before midnight on the 4th, today is an amazing day for my dad and I. We purchased Tyrell Knife Works Sand Shark. It's a hand sanding machine, and let me tell you that for my dad, who is 78 years old this year, there is nothing harder on a body than the back and forth of either using a rod with sandpaper on to get a knife polished and the fish hooks and things taken out, or just repetitious movement of small hand blocks with, maybe magnets on a flat hand sanding machine. This is an epic game changer for us.
This is where I think it's going to sit on the workbench. These are the parts that came with it in the manual. Lots of little parts there. One little tiny screw fell out. Don't know if that's part of the package or not, but I saved everything that came in it. All these bolts are the same length except one on the end is shorter. So I'm looking forward to reading the instructions to see how that goes.
Now again, a 78-year-old guy is doing all the camera work and the setup on his own. I'm on a family vacation, but that's no fault of Tyrell's and his businesses. They got me my machine before the 4th of July. Again, big shout out to them. But my dad's doing the best he can to save these videos and send them out to me while I'm away, and I'm doing the editing.
All right, so my sanding unit is fully assembled and it's plugged in, and this is how it looks. That's very cool. I'm sanding on an old knife just for practice. But the way I set this up, is I took a bar, steel bar, and I laid it under the blade and I bolted it down. And the reason is because that keeps me from sanding onto the foam rubber deck. So this is all set up like this. Now when I go to sand, I'm sanding on the knife, not on the rubber deck. So having that steel blank underneath helps. But this is very nice. That makes a nice straight sand. No J-hooks in this, just a straight sand. Anyway, that's just a little video to show how I set this one up. And it has a lot of work to do there, but the sanding is really coming along. I can run through the grits on this so fast. It'll be very cool.
I sped this up so that I can just kind of talk over this portion and you can see his hands hardly moving. Again, for a 78-year-old guy who's probably getting to struggle with some arthritis and things, he originally wasn't sure that we needed a machine like this. And I went ahead and bought it and said, listen, once you get to try and use this for a couple of minutes, I know you're going to split the cost with me. This is going to make your ability at your age to last in the shop and do multiple sets of knives just come to fruition. Otherwise, I really didn't think at my dad's age he was going to be able to be in the shop and do knife work for very much longer, or I was going to have to do all the hand sanding and it was going to just double the time it took us to complete knives. So this is just, I can't say enough good things.
Now that takes out a whole lot of arm sanding. A whole lot of sweat taken right out of that. So that's very cool.